Hi, I'm Zach.
And this is Tom, and we're with
Untamed, California. Today we're here to show you some tips and tricks to get you started out on your hiking day right. Or what we're going to be starting with is how to tie your boots tight so you can give yourself some great ankle support on the trails. So what I like to do before even lacing up is to make sure I have the right pair of socks on. What I like to start with is either a pair of Darn Tough or Wigwams. You can definitely find these at any local sporting goods stores or at rei.com. They do cost a little bit extra, however there is a good amount of padding in them and your feet will be thanking you later. So once you do decide which pair of socks is right for you, it's time to start lacing up. What you're going to want to do to get a great snug fit is you're going to start at these bottom laces right here, because you do not want to feel your feet moving around on the inclines or when you're going downhill. I like to go through each individual one just to make sure they're tight and to keep my tongue wrinkle free. Once I do reach this point right here, I like to get a little bit of a starting knot, and since these laces are a longer pair, I'll usually wrap them around once. Sometimes they don't want to work for you though on the wrap. So now that I'm back up here, I'm just going to do a regular double knot.
some of the things that I look for when I wear my backpack on the trail is it comfortable? Does it have straps to keep it more close and kind of that tight feel to your body? Another thing that I look for is, does it have enough padding for those maybe 5-mile hikes or 6-mile hikes to where your back starts to cramp because you do have some necessities in your back. Also, a starter bag that I like to think about should range from anywhere from $50 to $110, okay? One thing that we try and do in Untamed California is not focus so much on the equipment expense, but just going out and being able to grab any comfortable pack and start your own hike. Okay, folks? And I'm going to pass it over to Zach to where he can kind of go over some of the things that he carries inside of his own pack along these trails. We'll leave it to you.
So some things you can always find in my bag during every hike is going to be, number one, a good water bladder or even a water bottle. I prefer to go with the water bladder if I'm using this pack right here, since it does have a separate compartment, and the hose here does make it easy to access water on the trail, so I'm not digging around for a bag each time. The next thing you can find in my bag that is a must for me, especially in the sunny California areas, is going to be some great waterproof sunscreen. I do like to put this on usually before I get in the car to head to the trailhead so that it's not running down my face while I'm walking, since sunscreen in your eyes is always a killer. Another thing that I like to bring, but it's not really a must on day hikes, is going to be a good knife. I do like this Opinel for the folding ability, and it is lightweight. I usually use it for opening up packages if I need to. The next thing you can find in my bag is a little field journal. I like to take notes of the plants, animals, temperature that I encounter throughout my hike. It kind of gives me something to reference back to and be able to tell the people when I get back home what I did see and show them pictures of the area I've been to. Protein bars. This thing is melted up right now and it most likely will always be melted on each hike. However, this is great. Gives you 20 grams of protein, barely any sugar, and that's one of the main foods that I'm going to be eating, except for maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich here and there, since I do keep pretty well. Lastly, I'm going to be bringing Band-Aids and other random first aid items. You never know when you're going to fall. You never know when someone in your group is going to fall and get hurt. So know how to use the first aid that you bring and always have it on you just in case someone does need a quick patch.
Now that we've shown you some preparations to take before you go onto your hike, let's get onto the trailhead, guys. Let's do what we came here to do.
And now that we're done with our hike, we're gonna go home, get hydrated, get cool. Stay tuned for our next video. See you around.
See ya.